reduction and European troops deployed to Greenland amid U.S. talks. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Major Newscast. Today is Thursday, 15th January, and I am Jasmine Thomas. The government of St. Christopher and Nevis has clarified the United States' recent decision to suspend the issuance of immigrant visas for nationals of 75 countries, including St. Kitts and Nevis. The measure announced by U.S. authorities on the 14th of January applies only to immigrant or permanent residency visas, also known as green cards. The government confirmed that tourist, business, student, and other non-immigrant visas are not affected. Following engagement with the U.S. Embassy in Barbados, officials said immigrant visas applications will continue to be accepted, but are currently subject to administrative refusals as U.S. authorities review enhanced vetting procedures. The government stressed that immigrant visa applications and their issuance are matters between the United States and the applicant only and do not involve the government of St. Christopher and Nevis. Officials say they will continue to engage U.S. authorities and update the public as more information becomes available. General Manager of the National Housing Corporation, John L. Rawlins, says the organization will continue to provide affordable housing for citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. According to Ms. Rawlins, with several housing projects underway, the NHC is aiming to launch additional projects in the near future.
Presently, we have 5 development sites under construction. ZIZ with 10 houses, Gilead's with 12 houses, Harry Phipps 10 houses, Newton Ground 10 houses, and Stapleton Housing Development with 19 houses under construction. In the next month or two, you will see some houses also rolling out in Sandy Point. Presently looking for lands in West Bastia so that we can start 10 houses there as well. As these 10 houses in each area come to an end, as they're completed, we will then start another 10 houses.
At the location, Spencer Brand, Minister of Physical Planning and Environment in the Nevis Island Administration, said the facility represents a significant investment in public safety and quality assurance. The project, valued at approximately $2 million, is being implemented through the U.S. Southern Command and will include local partners. On completion, the building will operate as a Level 2 biohazard facility, only the second of its kind in the Caribbean. We now turn to regional news. Trinidad and Tobago is moving to introduce zones of special operations, or ZOZOs, as part of efforts to maintain recent gains in crime reduction. Attorney General John Jeremy says the measure is intended to target high crime areas without extending the current state of emergency, which is set to expire at the end of January. Officials report a significant decline in murders and other serious crimes in 2025, with authorities crediting intensified police operations under the state of emergency. The proposed legislation would focus security measures on identified hotspots while incorporating judicial oversight, checks and controls, and time limits on the designation of zones. The government says the ZOZO framework is designed to preserve public safety gains while providing a more targeted, proportionate approach to crime prevention. And still on the regional scene, Royal Caribbean International has extended its suspension of cruise calls to Haiti through the end of 2026. The cruise line, the only one currently serving Haiti, confirmed that its ships will not visit Labadee, its private destination on the island's northern coast, citing ongoing security concerns. Royal Caribbean says the decision was made out of an abundance of caution, as Haiti remains classified by the U.S. State Department as a Level 4 do not travel destination due to violence, kidnappings, and civil unrest. Ships have not called at Labadee since April 2025. The company had previously paused visits until April 2026. To accommodate affected passengers, Royal Caribbean is offering alternative ports of call, including Nassau in the Bahamas, Grand Turk and the Turks and Caicos Islands, and Cozumel in Mexico. The extended suspension underscores the continuing challenges facing tourism in Haiti and amid persistent safety concerns. On the international scene, European troops from countries including France, Germany, the UK, Norway, and Sweden have begun arriving in Greenland to support Denmark amid talks with the United States. The movements come as Danish and Greenlandic officials met with U.S. representatives, highlighting a fundamental disagreement over the future of the Arctic island. Danish defense authorities said the deployments aim to establish a more permanent military presence with rotating troops from multiple NATO partners. Residents in Nuuk expressed relief over the European support, noting that Greenland's resources and autonomy are central to the dispute. Officials emphasized that the military presence is coordinated with allies and focused on security, while diplomatic talks with the U.S. continue. Sudan's military-led government has returned to Khartoum after nearly 3 years operating from Port Sudan during the civil war. Prime Minister Kamil Idris announced the government of hope is back in the capital and will focus on restoring electricity, water, healthcare, and education for residents. The city has suffered massive destruction, with roughly 5 million people fleeing and basic services barely functioning. The conflict between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary rapid support forces has resulted in at least 150,000 deaths and forced around 12 million from their homes. International efforts to broker peace have struggled as both sides receive support from foreign powers, with the United Arab Emirates facing scrutiny for alleged backing of the RSF. The government declares 2026 a year of peace, hoping to stabilize Khartoum and provide improved conditions for its citizens. We now take a look at the weather. The present weather conditions show fair skies over the Federation. Winds are gentle with 10 miles per hour breeze from the east. Marine conditions are moderate, with seas ranging between 1.2 to 1.8 meters or 4 to 6 feet. Conditions today are expected to be partly sunny, with brief cloudy spells and a 60% or moderate chance of passing showers. Tonight, skies will be fair to partly cloudy, with a 40% or moderate chance of a passing shower after midnight. Sunset today is expected to be at approximately 6 o'clock, and sunrise tomorrow morning will be at around 15 minutes before 7. That brings us to the end of the Midday Major Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you. News.